Alright, so we've got... Okay. This is, getting interesting. So this is the family tree, I'm guessing. That's Molly. 1937 to 1947. I mean, she died when she was 10. Are these really times that they were alive until? Milton died in 2003. Lewis 2010. Edie 2010. Dawn 2016. Is she like the only one left of this whole family? Okay, I'll come out here in a second. Wait, I can't go back in? Oh, okay.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. We got along, and it was a good place to hide from my mom.
Didn't seem like a very...
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
About 1937, Sven Finch.
One summer,
what a
they
scumbag!
evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
Obelix Industries with a 9 months in a row. Speaking of families, the baby's being born. May you have an easy labour. Thank you, Obelix, for the 9 months. Dragon-shaped slide. It does
I
sound
hadn't thought
awesome.
of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Edith Jr. Edith Finch.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
Seems like a very interesting family. Very interesting upbringing.
Even in her 90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
So that's her mum, that's her grandmother, and that's her, I'm guessing. Oh wow. It's one hell of a bathroom. Oh, that's the peephole from the other side. Okay. Why is there a... Oh, maybe... Okay. Anything to look at in
The
here?
only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
I was gonna say... It's not subtle, is it, really? There's a secret in this bathroom by Sven and Edie Finch.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
There we go. Okay, so there are all sorts of secret passages, aren't there? Calvin Finch, born in 1950, died in 1951.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Milton's been here as well. Milton knows all the spots. It's a cool little place. Command center. Huh.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin.
Sam and Calvin. Could you imagine how cool this would have been as a kid to have something like this? Fort Sam and Fort Calvin. Look at all this. No bridge on this one.
And that he never talked about him.
Wait, Fort Sam and Fort Calvin. Oh, I can't. Can I go back through here? Didn't it say Calvin? Oh, is that 61? Oh, that's a bit sad. That kid died when he was 11. Why are the rooms so well preserved though? Like, oh, the calendar hasn't been changed since 61 either.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Yay, swing!
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom, and he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again, and he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Whee!
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
Wait, are we gonna fly?
I told him going around was impossible.
Oh, I see what he's trying
Maybe
to
if
do.
I hadn't said that.
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up.
Oh no! No, don't be
then
silly.
maybe he'd still be here.
No, don't be
But I
silly.
doubt it.
Why am I still doing this?
I think he'd already made up his mind.
No, this is no.
That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Wait, he did go around. No.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Okay. So he flew. What happens next? Don't let me hang here. I'm pretty sure we can all infer what happened next. Cool bedroom.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Reasonable.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Text followed. He messed up the parachute line. Depends, if the swing landed in the water, then he'll have automatically respawned. Oh, you guys are the worst.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Milton's been here as well. Milton's been everywhere.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
I mean, she's got some awards. My friend Bigfoot. Favorite.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
It's so weird that all these rooms are just like happy birthday Barbara, like left in time. Like for the mother, why like she owned the house there, why didn't she just get rid of all of this? Wow, she only lived till 26. Wait, no. 16. I can't do maths. 16?
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling
Last degree.
The surprise ending of Barbara Finch. As a child,
Maths is hard.
Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box.
Oh well. At least we know how to.
And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Oh well, this is cool.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
What?
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Jesus.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear.
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out.
Egypt.
Kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Still got the crutch. Music's coming back again.
Walter, are you there? Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
You do it!
Uh-oh.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And whoever he was, he couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
This is crazy.
She played her part beautifully. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned. He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
He's not gonna be there, is he? Of course he's not gonna be there.
Vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
This is
at the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her.
Oh, it was all a trick.
It was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear.
What?
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
This just got dark.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.